What's going on? What's going on, guys? It is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday morning. I'm feeling good, feeling great. Still got my shirt off. Um, Wanted to make this video really for it to serve kind of like motivation, but at the same time informational. So let me first say, I realized that my ideal time of sleep is about 4 hours. I run amazing on 4 hours of sleep. I went to sleep last or 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. Anything longer than that, I don't do well. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. I feel great. You know, Gym, like I feel amazing. Usually when I wake up around 8 o'clock, it's right now it's 8:35. Usually when I wake up around this time, you know, I'm still sharp, but I'm sluggish. But right now I feel refreshed, amazing, all that. So I'm gonna jump into the main content of this video. Um, so the last couple weeks, I've been kind of sitting back, letting our, dispositions team sell our properties, letting our acquisitions team, do what they got to do. And I've trained them amazing. Like, I really have, and they can say the same thing as well. But the thing is, I truly believe that none of them have the hunger that I have. And, yesterday I sent out a message to all of them saying, look, I'm getting back in the trenches. The reason why Vince has achieved all that he's achieved because Vince closes deals. Vince knows how. Vince is a closer. He knows how to close. Put me in front of a prospective person and I'll close them. And so right now it's time for us in our business to ramp things back up. It's time for us to really pick up the momentum and really milk the market that right now. Just milk it as much as we can. So I'm getting back in the trenches and I'm about to show it's kind of funny when I say things like that. I'm about to show these young bloods how to do this, how to, get deals closed, how to get things done. So we have a list of properties that I have written here. We have a list of properties that need to get sold. I think right now on this list there's 4 total, and I'm going to sell each and every single one of them. I want to let you guys know that I will personally sell each and every single one of these. But I wanted to make this video series kind of again as motivation as well as informational because I want to show you guys that process. What am I going to do to get these properties sold? And so I'm just going to jump right into it. First things first, technology, systems, well, let me not say systems, but technology doesn't close sales. People do. Remember that. Technology doesn't close sales. People do. People close sales. And I truly believe that. There may be some people who will contest that, but, behind everything is a person. People are, they're deciding to buy based on a relationship or based on something that they want from that person. So I believe that people close sales. People are the true closers. So right now, I have a task sheet of things I'm going to complete in order to get these properties sold. On some properties I may have to do all of them. On some of them I may just have to do one. It just all depends, but I'm going to get all of them done. So let me flip over the camera, or no, I'll wait to flip over the camera. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have a property that, because these properties are in different counties. Two of them are in the same county. Two of them are in different counties. So there's a total of 4. 2 of them are in the same county. The other 2 are in different counties. So I have to be strategic the way I do this. I can't be all over the place. I have to be very strategic, very focused, and very concise. So the first thing I'm going to do, which I'm going to flip the camera and show you, is I'm going to go on Zillow and on the MLS, and I'm going to look for, on Zillow, I'm going to look for all the cash sold properties within a half mile of this property. That's number 1. So for those of you who have MLS access, do that. Knock it out. I already have that list in front of me. Then I'm going to go on Zillow. So if you don't have MLS access, and also sometimes Zillow will be able to pick up properties that the MLS doesn't. Because remember, the MLS is just for properties that have been listed. Zillow picks up, from what I've seen, all the properties, but you just can't filter it, too well. So on Zillow, I'm going to look up the sold properties in an area, And like I said, on MLS, I'm going to look at the cash sold properties. Then after that, I'm going to put together a then after that, I'm going to head out to the location. I'm going to head out to these addresses of the cash sold properties. I'm going to try and meet with contractors, meet with the buyers, form relationships, do what I need to do, work that relationship. And then after that, I'm going to put out some banner signs. So I'm going to put out some banner signs for this house for sale in Decatur. Going to do cheap house for sale, investment property for sale. I'm going to put out these signs. These are things that my team has not done yet, and I know that. I know what they do, and I know what they don't do, and I know these signs work. I had one of our dispositions team members go out to Covington and put out a deal, and she said that her phone's been blowing up, from people interested. So I know that they haven't put out these signs out there, so I'm going to go do that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking at other rehabs that I didn't pick up on my list. So I'm going to look at other rehabs that are happening, stop by there. After that, I'm going down to the courthouse, to the county courthouse, and I'm looking for eviction records because I want to see who are the investors in this area. Especially because 3 of the 4 properties that we're trying to sell, they can all be used as rental properties. They're all landlords. Landlords could potentially want this deal. So I want to find all the landlords, people who own properties, and see if they're interested in buying, another property to add to their portfolio. Oh, that also ties into, while I'm out there, I'm also going to, look for rent by owner signs, and potentially find someone who wants to rent this property. So that's pretty much it as far as my strategy. Oh, last but not least, I'm going to come back. We have our system on Podio pulls all the buyers and agents on our buyers list, and then I'm going to contact those people. I'm going to call them. I'm going to talk to them because again, people close deals. So I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to close them. I'm going to get them to see this property. I'm going to get them to buy this property, make a decision. I'm also going to call the realtors of these cash sold properties and say, hey, look, got another one, half mile from you. Let's make a deal happen. So let's go ahead and change this camera up so you guys can see. So as you see here, here's the MLS records. So these are all the properties that have sold for cash in this particular zip code or 1 mile from this property. There's our property right there. Here are the other properties. And as you see, some of them are selected, some of them aren't. The ones that I deselected, like this one, I looked at it and it's already been renovated. So that tells me that this was just a retail buyer with some cash, and that's why they bought it. I'm looking for properties like this, where they need some renovation. I'm looking for properties that look similar to the property that we have. Oh, that one only has 3 photos. But I can already tell by the price points which ones are, similar, which ones aren't. So it seems like in this general area, the price of properties are in like the similar condition are between, $60,000 and $70,000, as you see here. See 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, or 48, 78, 73, 79, 62. So between 60 and 70, we have our property priced out at $82,000, and so we're not far off, but I believe we can get a deal done. So I'm going to put all these addresses into the app I have, Route for Me, and I'm going to, while I'm out in this neighborhood, I'm going to drive by each and every single one of these properties because I want to talk to the investors that are out there, talk to the contractors that are out there. I want to leave them with my business card, let them know, hey, I have other properties you may be interested in. I want to really work these relationships. So now I'm going to go to Zillow. So this is, let's just say you don't have, MLS access. Let me type this out. So again, this is the same thing if you don't have MLS access. We can go up here to where it says listing type. I don't really want to see, for sale by owner, but I'll leave it on there. I'm going to deselect that. I want to see sold. Make sure that they've sold in the last 6 months. And what I'm doing now is our property's on this street right here. This is our street. I'm looking for all the lower comps. So like this one sold for $50,000. This I know was a fixer-upper. or maybe he wasn't. It looks like a fixer-upper. I would assume because these properties are like decked out like this. So I think that one, yeah, that one is a fixer-upper because this is what the other homes look like, you know, fully renovated. So that was a fixer-upper. This one sold for $189. So I know this one's a fixer-upper right here, $50,000. Here's another one for $57,000. I know it's a fixer-upper. $59,000, $90,000, no, not the 98, $15,000. 67, 60, 73, 61. So all of these are typically investors. And like I said, sometimes Zillow will not, I mean, the MLS will not pull all these additional comps. So you see this 73 here? This is why you don't need the MLS to be successful. You see this $73,000 property that sold for $73,000, $18.99 Ridgeland. Look, it popped up here, $18.99 Richland. But what the MLS did not pop up was this other cash property right here, right beside it, that sold for $61. It didn't pop that one up. See it? No, because it was not listed by an agent. So you don't need the MLS to be successful. You just need hustle, grind, and work ethic. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down these addresses, and I'm going to use the app Route for Me and navigate to them. So I guess I'm going to make this like a different part segment. So this is part one. This is part one. And, you know, I'm going to keep showing you guys how to do this, what I'm doing, and how I'm getting these properties sold. Because, again, I want this to serve as motivation for you, that you can do it. I want this to serve as, you know, information for you, that here's the tools, here's the things that you need to do in order to get your property sold. I just want this, I want this video, if I decide to publish it and make it public, and not just leave it for, you know, our team or my mentoring people I'm mentoring. If I decide to make it public, I want it to go viral. I want people to be able to sell their deals. I want everybody to know how to sell their deals. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing. Here's what I know. There are investors or people, homeowners, investors, that are dying for a property like the one that we have. There is an investor out there that is dying to see. They have cash, but they just need something to put it in. And this homeowner is dying to sell their property. They want to sell their property. They want to cash out. So I have two people with needs who need to get something done, and I'm the person that can make that happen. I can either make it or break it. So because I know that these people have needs, I'm going to do whatever it takes to connect the dots, fulfill their needs, and get this deal done. So that's it for this video. Again, one last thing I'm going to leave you guys with, because this resonated with me this morning when I woke up, or last night really, but it really, you know, resounded in my head this morning when I woke up. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you make a change. When you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you will make a change. Until then, you'll remain where you are. That's the end of part one. I'll see you guys in the next part. Oh, one last and final thing I wanted to show you guys. This is real quick. You know, I just thought of this, and I think this was brilliant. But you see how I know that these are typically cash investors, and all of them are priced around this? So what I did was I only want to see houses that are priced to a maximum of $90,000. Because I know anything below $90,000 is an investor. So that's another thing that you could do with the Zillow to really filter it down. And again, look for yourself. You know, you see the difference between the MLS, all the pop-ups on the MLS versus, you know, Zillow. And the MLS is zoomed out even more. So you see all these transactions on here, right here. And I'm telling you, these are all investors. This is investor activity right here. So that's what you can do to. So if I'm in an area where I know the values of investors is below 50,000, I'm just gonna put 50,000 right here. Below 100, 300, whatever that investor number is, that's what I'm gonna put in. And again, all these are buyers right here or investors right here. So that's pretty much it. Wanted to add that to the video.